Hello.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So today is February 11th, 2022. And we are holding our Michigan City Finance Committee meeting this morning. And I would like to start off with the call to order and roll call. And
Okay.
Councilman Sean Fitzpatrick,
Present.
Councilman Paul Pizbalinski,
Present.
and Chair Tracy Tillman present. If I may, moving on to approval of minutes, if I could get a motion for approval of the minutes.
Let's make a motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. So a motion with a unanimous 3-0 has been approved, which were the minutes from the January 28, 2022 meeting, Finance Committee meeting. Under the opening issues, I do apologize. I did transpose where I have the Riverboat claims in fund number 2031 for board development for $10,395 and review claims in funds number 2042 Riverboat. That amount, the $10,395, is actually from fund number 2031, and the board development is $0. The total claims docket for February 15, 2022 is the amount of $10,395. Would
Is that so? The total claims is it 12,000 or
no? The total
13?
claims is $10,395.
Okay, 395. Wow. You know what I was wondering is, I was just wondering why they got to hit up the. Okay, that's money set aside in the Riverboat Fund, or to be used besides the money we have. But I'm just thinking to myself that we got additional money back from the Barker Center and additional money last year.
Okay.
I just have a problem with where all the other monies are at, why the controller's office isn't using those other monies instead of going to the Riverboat Fund. That's all.
Okay.
I guess that's a burning issue with me.
Then with that question, Councilman Paul Pizbalinski, I would direct that to Controller Hoffmaster. Is there a reason, or are we able to use any of those fundings to pay for this, opposed to taking it from the Riverboat?
Well, that's where the council appropriated the money, was in the Riverboat. That's why we're paying for this from the Riverboat.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but you could appropriate it out of a different fund, because this claim wasn't. We didn't know about this claim at the time when that money was set aside. So I mean, I don't understand. That still's not an explanation to me why you couldn't use any monies that we got from the Barker Mansion Fund back into the general fund.
This money was appropriated sometime last year, last summer, maybe late summer, early fall.
Oh, you talking about that?
This is the legal services for the Esplanade.
Yes.
Yeah, this money was appropriated last year.
Okay. So, okay, it was appropriated last year. So, that's still, well, why didn't we take it out of the general fund though? That's just, why didn't we take it out of the general fund? We were supposedly had extra money in there at that time, and now, we're going to the riverboat. I just, it just, to me, I guess, okay, that discussion, if we have other things that come up to us this year, then I'm gonna definitely be putting that we should be using other funds. And that's the way I look at it, is that we should be using money out of the general fund, and that riverboat money is, so you're saying at that time that nobody knew there was like $480,000 sitting in a fund somewhere at the Barker Center? Nobody knew. Because I know that I didn't know that money was sitting down there, that amount of money. Hello?
Okay, so with that being said, is there a motion to accept the claims for February?
Motion to approve.
I'll second that motion. I'll second the motion at this time, and I'll be under the understanding that I'll be looking at other monies during the year to fund things. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, that is all that we have for the opening issues. And now under the new business, there is an ordinance number approving additional appropriations in the budget of the local road and street funds for the balance of the 2021 miscellaneous paving project. And that goes back to the MVH and to the CCMG, where part of the appropriations was paid out, and due to an oversight or omission, that we were not able to receive the grant, which was I apologize. We were not able to receive the grant, so that 50% was not funded. So now a resolution, an ordinance is going to be brought before the council for approval for the additional appropriations for,
I think it's 378, isn't it?
for
It's
the amount of
$382,071.
$382,070.29.
Yep. Well, we had a lot of discussion on this at our last finance meeting, and I understand the situation. So supposedly through all our discussions, they come up with a methodology on making sure that this doesn't happen in the future. So the work has been done, and we got to pay the bill. So I'll make a motion to pay the bill. How the ordinance is stated.
I have a quick question. Then where were those? We're paying that out of the riverboat to take care of that balance.
No, we're paying it out of the local road and street fund. It's not coming out of the. Is that correct, Yvonne? It's coming out of local road and street.
That is correct.
Right. What's that fund gonna be after this is paid out? The balance in that, right? Yvonne.
I support that.
Well, it's not, I don't believe that that's actually a motion that we have to make at this time. It's gonna go in front, before the
Right.
council.
Right, right. Okay, I'll withdraw my motion and we'll take it. We'll go.
Okay, there is a comment, from Madam Angie Deitch of the City Council.
I do have one thing, because I thought the match was 340 something thousand. So, Controller Hoffmeister, the additional amount that gets us to 380 whatever, are those change orders that get us to that amount?
That is correct.
And the only other question I have, because I think I know that Mr. Wright has answered most of my questions, but the only other question I have is is there an itemization of the change order that for Reith Riley for that additional that change order that was not approved?
Yeah, the only thing I had was the email that I forwarded it to you from Will Smith from Reith Riley.
But with the change order, aren't they itemized so that they can get sign off on?
Usually that's how we typically see that on the invoice. But this invoice only has change order and then the $43,000. It was 43,000 and some change.
Well,
Actually,
I would like to recommend, I would like to see the itemization on what work was done for the $43,000.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So the email that I forwarded to you was not sufficient, that broke out what they did?
Oh, I thought what you sent me just said
It says the
$43,000.
Elks approach was 34,000. Change order on Greenwood was a few
Right, I
thousand.
have that,
and then,
but what did they do for $34,000? I mean, there should be some documentation on what a quote or something that explains what the $34,000 included. That's
okay.
what I'm looking for.
I'm sorry, I muted myself by accident there. I will forward that question to Jeff and see what kind of documentation he has on the three things they did on that change order.
All right, thank you.
thank you. And I just have one, question or comment. So when an oversight or an error such like this occurs, to my understanding, speaking with other entities that receive grants from the state, from the federal government, when such a matter occurs, usually there are follow-up emails from the state letting them know that they've come across some type of error or an omission, which will allow or give you applicable amount of time to make the necessary corrections. And again, this might be beside the point now since we're at this point. Do we know at any point, if I don't see Mr. Wright on here to ask him this question, did he receive any type of additional emails prior to him being notified, this final notification that grant was not approved?
I can answer that, and the answer is no, because they did not know that he had bid this project out, had it awarded and completed before we got the grant award. They did not know that when they awarded the money. They would have found all this out when, if we would have went through the whole process. They would have given us the money, and then when they got all the documentation that's required with the closeout, they would have notified us to return the money. Because that's when they would have seen the dates on when the project was bid, when the project was awarded, when the project was completed, and all three of those dates were before the award letter.
Okay, thank you. Does any of the other Finance Committee members have any questions in regards to or comments regarding this upcoming Resolution 2826?
Not at this time.
No. No, I'm at this point, I'm fine with, what got there.
Okay.
I understand that they're gonna, have more, input into the process, so I do wonder this, though, that the way this thing is set up is that if you bid the project and then, like, you go to the state and then the state, is this thing set up that you could actually, in the process, actually lose money in the grant process, Yvonne? The way they have it set?
I'm not really sure how this whole process works.
Well, I mean, like, bidding it out and then submitting it. I'm just trying to figure out a scenario that we could get, maximize our money. So to me, it sounds like we got to be doing even if you bid out these projects early, because then the prices change when you go to do the work. I mean, you could go out and bid a project out 6 months, and then when it's time to do the work, it could be 8 months later, and then the prices have, increased. That's what I was looking at, that scenario. Like when you go to get a bid on building a garage and the materials go up and you had a bid price, say on June 1st, and you waited till the end of October to start the project, you could have a markup in the material costs. That's what I guess that's what I'm driving at. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Priscillansky. So if there are no other questions or yes, Controller Hoffmaster?
Yes, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make the council meeting Tuesday night. We'll see how my schedule comes out. But are there any other questions on anything else that's on the agenda? The bad debt policy, the fixed asset update, that policy update, or the 2 additional appropriations that are going on second reading for the zoo and then the zoo employee? Are there any other questions that any of the finance committee has on any of those that I could answer in case I cannot make the meeting on Tuesday?
I do not have any right at this moment, not to say that something else may come up during the council meeting. However, I would like to request that if you are unable to attend, if you would please have one of your deputies to be in attendance.
Okay, I'll see if I can catch them up on all of this before the meeting.
Okay, I appreciate
that. We're stretched beyond belief at the moment, trying to get the year end finalized and this annual report done. So I'll see if they can stay after one day and we can discuss this in case I can't make the meeting on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, with all that, if there isn't anything else, I would like to call this meeting to adjournment.
Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Have a good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Night.